Hello there. My name is Gail Wolf, and I have a message that I've been asked to channel for everyone. And so, hopefully, what comes through is something that will be beneficial for anyone that watches this. I'm told that what this is going to be about is about um, how to navigate life in these new energies. There's a lot of clients that I have and people that I have been working with that have had a lot of challenging feelings come up and a lot of challenging situations that are going on in their lives. Relationships are changing, job situations are changing, and there's a lot of people that are really freaking out. And a lot of people are having a lot of feelings that are coming up that are completely unexplained and seemingly out of nowhere. Um, and so, what I've been asked to bring forward has something to do with that. Um, so just give me a second. I'm going to tune in and see what this message is. And for those of you who are curious about who or what I'm channeling, I am told that what comes through is from my future self. So let's see what we have for today. Just give me one moment to get ready here. Hello. Hmm. Thank you for tuning in. It's wonderful to have an audience besides just one person to hear these messages. It brings us a lot of joy to be able to bring these forward for more than just one person. So far, he has just been dealing with one person at a time. We have been asking him to do these videos for some time. Here we are. And so, what we're here to discuss today are the new energies, the new potentials, and the new yous walking around in the world. You may have noticed in the last few weeks, currently we are in January, the tail end of January 2019. The last few weeks have been rather rambunctious for a lot of people. There have been a lot of feelings being stirred, a lot of anxieties being created from situations in your lives. This is for good reason. You see, for those of you who are feeling these feelings and experiencing these challenging situations, it is of benefit to you. Why would that be the case, you might ask? We're here to tell you that you are feeling these things because you made a decision to ascend your consciousness in ways that you have not before, which is why you are feeling what you are feeling. What you are feeling is all of the negativity, all of the darkness, all of the fear that you've been carrying throughout your lifetimes as a human. This is a cumulative effect. This takes place over many lifetimes, not just the one you have experienced now in this body. Therefore, some of these feelings are completely unexplained and completely irrational. You find yourself going back to your infant self in ways that are very uncomfortable. We want you to know that this is completely natural for these energies that are circulating around your planet right now. Not only are they natural, but they are absolutely necessary. You see, there are planetary alignments that are happening right now that are stirring all of these events within you. Not only is your planet changing and your galaxy changing and your solar system changing, but you are changing as well. And when you have rapid change and a lot of it, things inside you change as well, making things very uncomfortable. You see, nothing is separate, all is tied together. Therefore, you are in this together. So let's talk about what to do about these things. First of all, relax. All is well. All is well. All is well. You see, the challenges in your life that you are facing now are because your true desires are coming forward. You may notice, some of you, that have been in jobs that do not serve your higher purpose, or rather, serve your joy. Your higher purpose is your joy. Mhm. And you can see those who are serving their higher purpose because they're happy. However, for many, there is not a lot of happiness. And so we are here to help you with that. And so you have had jobs, you have had situations, you have had circumstances that do not serve and have been holding you back. Therefore, you are being asked to move forward and make different choices about how you spend your time, particularly how you spend your time making money. This has brought up a lot of fear for a lot of people because once you make these changes, you have to adjust many things. We can speak quickly because we are in spirit, but you have physical bodies to take care of and infrastructures which do not necessarily condone the proper care of your bodies. In fact, most of your infrastructures are set up to hold you back. We are preparing your energies and your consciousnesses to be able to ascend such systems, therefore making them obsolete, making room for the implementation of new ones. However, before this can happen, you must face the fear that you have had within you that was put there by the existing systems. And so we come to the changes that are happening. You're being asked to step out of the old and into the new. This takes a huge leap of faith for many of you. You see, the quickest way to find joy is not by waiting for it, it is by creating it. And you cannot create it when you are in what we would call a dead end job. Therefore, you're being asked to change. This is taking a huge leap of faith, and for those who are willing to make this change, now is the time to do it. Now is the time because the energies are ripe for it. And if you were to make this change in the next year or so, you're going to catch the first wave of what we are calling the ascension wave. The next wave is not for 5 years. This is going to be, shall we say, a rambunctious year for those of you who are willing to make this change. We ask for you first to be patient with yourselves. We ask you first to also be brave and trust. There is a tremendous amount of support out there for you now. Support that was not there even a few months ago. However, the planetary alignments lately have lined up so that they are projecting people forward. So not only are you being asked to step forward in your careers, you are being asked to step forward in who you are and how you carry yourself in this world and how you interact with others, and more importantly, how you interact with yourself. You're walking into a time when lack of integrity is going to slow you down. You must do more than just follow through with your actions. The time is now to follow through with your words as well as your thoughts. You see, in this new energy, it is no longer about believing is seeing. In this new energy, it is believing is seeing. What you believe will be created and made manifest. Therefore, your thoughts need to have integrity. Thoughts that are all over the place, thoughts that have many directions, many different intentions, and many different desires are going to pull you, shall we say, all over the place. And so, the more you can align your thoughts, the more you can streamline your desires, the better off you will be. So, how does that happen? The way this happens is you must first know what you want. This is not always so easy. So many of you want all kinds of things, but they are not necessarily what is best for you to have. Have you ever noticed that getting what you ask for sometimes brings more trouble than it does joy? This is because you have aligned yourselves with things that do not serve your higher purpose. For those of you who are aligning with your higher purpose, this is absolutely what you are being asked to face, what you don't want. And this ties directly into what we were just talking about: occupations, relationships, and circumstances. Over this next year, there is going to be a lot of light and a lot of dark energy flowing about, a lot of polarities where you are going to be faced with a lot of hard decisions if you're going to stay in the saddle. Decisions in where do you really line up with yourself and where do you really line up in this world. The time for fence sitting is over. You must align yourself somewhere. If you don't, you will be tossed about and life will be more uncomfortable. Therefore, the time is to step up and move through. You must be willing to engage with your lives. And so, the natural progression for this process that you will observe if you are to remain in the saddle is, first of all, discomfort. You will be shown exactly what you do not want to have. It will be in your face. A lot of it will be your feelings. A lot of it will be circumstances. Some of it will be relationships. And most certainly, there are a number of you who will be dealing with job changes. The next part of this process is where you align. You see, through seeing what you don't want helps to become clear about what you do want. It helps to narrow the list and focus the attention. There are energetic transits that will be happening during the middle point of this year, which are going to help align you with where you want to be. And this is what we mean by you have extra support. Therefore, the last half of the year, it will be easier. You will have more flow. Many of you will be jumping ahead in your careers and in your relationships. Some of you will be stagnant. However, have hope and have faith. You will make it through. The hardest thing that most will face this year is not necessarily what is happening in your lives, but more so what is happening inside of you, what is happening inside of your unconscious minds, what is happening in your feelings, what is happening in your emotional bodies. This is where the majority of your challenge will come up. On that front, we have some advice. Find your balance. Stay balanced. What does that mean? Do not work all the time as a way to try to make it through. You must have a balance of work and play. Find something that you love. Find something that you enjoy. Find something that lightens your spirit. When you have a lighter spirit, things go easier. Things have more flow. So take time to play. Take time to enjoy life. But also, if you find yourself residing too much in that camp, put your nose to the grindstone. This is a time to get off the couch. This is a time to make and create those projects which you have been thinking about for so long. That's right, those projects that have been on your mind for years, maybe. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. The next thing, spend as much time as you can in community, whatever that looks like for you. Spend time with friends, spend time with loved ones. It does not matter where you get your sense of community. It does not matter if it is on Facebook. It does not matter if it's in a bowling alley. It does not matter if you already live in community. Wherever you can feel a kinship is what we mean by community. Wherever you can feel not so alone. You see, this is a time of sharing where like minds are to come together and share. You will find yourselves able to weather the storm if you have a good person by your side. The more good people you have, the better off you will be. Support, support, support. The next thing, move your bodies. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Move the body. Moving the body helps to move your chi. It helps to move your energetic fields and it helps to rebalance the emotional bodies. You see, emotions tend to run certain people. And when you exercise, the emotional bodies become grounded, become steady. And yes, there are certain emotions that will come up from exercise. This is not always an enjoyable aspect for some people. However, it is also necessary. These emotions are there for a reason. Take the time to feel them. The next part, be willing to change your diet. Eat foods that are healthy for you, and that is different for everyone. For some people, that means eating meat. For other people, it means eating no meat. For some, it means having dairy, others, no dairy. Figure out what is healthy for you to eat. If you have never evaluated your diet before and you are new to this, there's a very simple technique. Sit down in silence for 5 minutes before you eat your meal. Sit there and take 5 deep breaths. Feel into your body. How do you feel? Consider your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Are they joyful? Are they neutral? Or are they more, would you say, negative? Eat your meal. Then do the same check-in about half an hour later. Are you happier? Are you lighter? Or are you heavier and are your thoughts darker? Where do you reside? This is a very easy test. The next piece, drink more water. Drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water. Water is the first medicine. The next part, whatever your spiritual practice is, whatever your spiritual beliefs are, dive into them. Ask for help. These are the times to ask for help from spirit or from whatever it is that you believe in. You see, none of your help truly comes from outside of you. Your help comes from inside. It comes from who you truly are. It comes from the source of your being. And when you call upon this, you cut through the layers of the ego and you dig into what is true about you. You will also receive help from others. There are guides. There are what you call angels. There are those benevolent beings that are here to help you. Asking them for help is always beneficial as well. You see, when you do that, we have to show up, and we do every time. The trick is you must be willing to receive what we have to offer you. So often we see turmoil happening in your lives. We show up because we see what's happening. And one of two things generally occurs. The first is that a person does not ask for help, so we are not allowed to help. Or the person asks for help, but cannot receive it. So first, like we said, ask for help. Second, be willing to surrender to the possibility that you may hear things that you don't like. You see, the reason why people ask for help is because they find themselves in uncomfortable situations, because they have been listening to thoughts that are not true about them. Some of these thoughts have created scenarios in your lifetimes, in your lives now, that are uncomfortable. And so you ask for help. Come to bail you out. Every time. We want you to know, lastly, that all of this discomfort, all of these emotions, all of these feelings are temporary. None of this lasts forever. The truth of who and what you are is eternal. It is loving, it is graceful, it is joyful. That which is uncomfortable is not your natural state. It may be what you have known the most of in this incarnation and potentially in many others. However, it is not your natural state. It is not your eternal state. Therefore, that which endures cannot be your suffering. It inevitably is your joy. Be patient for it and be willing to jump through the hoops that are put in front of you. Those who are willing to step forward through their fear, get off of the couch, and do what they're being asked to do by following their hearts and following their intuitions will reap many benefits, especially during this time. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone. It will behoove you. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. There you are. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully something came out of this that was beneficial for you. I'll be back more with some more videos. Hopefully you enjoyed this. This is my first time doing this, so I hope it was good for you. Thanks. We'll see you next time.